Welcome to our Arts Collaboration Project this evening. This is going to feature a number of students involved with our band program, with English classes, with Spanish classes, art classes. So welcome, and we will turn over the show to the Voices from the Box.
The Brazilian flag represents the star of the Brazilian flag represents each one of the states in the country. The white banner across the globe says Ordem e Progresso, which means order to progress. The yellow diamond represents the gold the country preserves, and the green represents the Amazonian rainforest. This flag was adopted by Brazil on November 19, 1889. The Christ the Redeemer statue in Rio de Janeiro is one of Brazil's most recognizable landmarks. The statue finished construction in 1931 and stands 98 feet tall. After its completion, the statue was dedicated on October 12, 1931. The Carnival began in the 1830s as a continuation of the Portuguese tradition of celebrating and indulging on the day before Lent begins. Lent is a 46-day period observed primarily by Roman Catholics as a means of sacrifice and abstinence in preparation for Easter. Feijoada is a traditional stew with bean, pork, and beef. It is commonly found in almost all parts of South America and is still considered the national dish. Candido Portinari was born of Italian immigrant parents in the town of Vardaschi in the coffee-rich state of Sao. Paolo Fortuny won a mission to the National Fine Arts School and in 1928 received the coveted annual travel fellowship to Europe. Paulo Coelho was born on August 24, 1947 in Rio de Janeiro. Coelho has written many books. Coelho's fan called his books inspiring and life-changing. One of his books is The Alchemist's Language of the World.
Sambiando translates to samba dancing, is considered the best-known form of Brazilian music worldwide. The samba is important to the Brazilian people because, as original music genre, it is seen as musical expression of Rio de Janeiro, the largest city in Brazil. Brazil celebrates Samba National Day on December 2nd of every year, and in February, there's a 5-day carnival celebration that features numerous samba schools that can be annually with floats, costumes, and original music. We open our concert tonight with Sambiando by Victor Lopez, which features soloists Walker Wyman and Jonah Edwards.
The flag of Cuba consists of 3 blue stripes and 2 white stripes in between, with a red triangle on the left side and a white star in it. The blue stripes represent the 3 divisions of the island, and the white stripes represent the idea of independence. The triangle represents the equality as well as the bloodshed in fighting for freedom, and the long star represents the absolute freedom that the people from Cuba have. Baracoa was the first place established by the Spaniards in Cuba in 1512. The area is rich with palm, chocolate, and banana trees. The town is small in comparison to others, however, it is filled with lush greenery and extravagant waterfalls to make up what it is lacking in size. La Habana is the capital of Cuba. It is located on the Havana Bay. It is expanded westward and southward. Havana is a big exporting and importing city, so they get lots of goods and trade to sell. Ropa Vieja is Cuba's most iconic traditional national dish. This recipe consists of shredded beef, onions, tomatoes, peppers, and is served with a side of rice. The name translates into dirty laundry, but tastes better than the name implies. Robert Bafalelo is the Cuban painter, sculptor, and illustrator. He has many exhibits in museums around the world. He studied at the National Art School in Cuba, also the Art Institute in Havana. He was awarded a medal for national culture by the Cuban national government. Jose Marte was born January 28, 1853, and died May 19, 1895. He was a poet, essayist, patriot, and a martyr. He eventually became the symbol of independence for Cuba. He organized and undefined Cuba's fight for independence and died on the battlefield fighting for it.
Our next piece is titled Bolero, which translates to Spanish dance and is written by Maurice Ravel. Ravel is a French composer often associated with Impressionism. Before he left for a tour of North America in 1928, Ravel had agreed to write a Spanish-flavored ballad for his friend, Russian dancer and actress Ida Rubinstein. The idea was to create an orchestral transcription of Isaac Albéniz's piano suite, Iberia. On his return home, Ravel discovered that the orchestration rights had been granted to the Spanish conductor, Enrique Arbós. Although Arbós generously gave up these rights, Ravel abandoned the idea and set about preparing an original score. Ravel had long toyed with the idea of building a composition from a single theme which would go simply throughout the orchestra. Bolero's famous theme came to him on holiday in St. Denis de Luz, as he played one-hand melodies on the piano. You will hear a relentless snare drum line that underpins the entire work, while a simple tune builds throughout the band, and finally a key modulation releases the pent-up tension with a burst of fireworks at the end of the piece. Bolero was given its first performance at the Paris Opera on November 20th, 1928. The premiere was acclaimed by a shouting, stamping, cheering audience, in the midst of which a woman was heard screaming, "The madman, the madman." When Ravel was told of this, he reportedly replied, "That lady, she understood." Ravel considered Bolero one of his least important works, but it has always been his most popular. The piece we will perform tonight features soloists Avery Maples, Summer Davis, Savannah Floor, and Walker Weidman. Please enjoy Bolero, arranged by Johnny Benson.
Puerto Rico. The white star stands for the Commonwealth of Puerto Rico. The three sides of the triangle stand for the three branches of the government. The three red stripes stand for the blood that feeds those parts of the government. The two white stripes symbolize the rights of men and the freedom of the individual. The San Juan National Historical Site. It is 500 years of history, great inventions and restorations. Generations of soldiers have lived and worked in the forts and countries, have fought for control of the small islands for centuries. La Plaza is the first fortification built in San Juan Harbor. Constructed between 1533 and 1540, the original site consists of circular tower and 4 massive stone walls. Arroz con candules. It is their national dish. It is made with pigeon peas and rice, and it is made with a special sauce called sofrito. Francisco Oller. He was the only Latin American painter to play a role in the inspirationalism. Many of his paintings were related to Puerto Rico when he lived there. His paintings were also very social, going all the way from governors' portraits to slaves on plantations. Esmeralda Santiago. She is known for her novels and memoirs. She was born in San Juan, Puerto Rico. In 1961, she moved to the United States. She attended New York City's Performing Arts High School. She practiced in drama and dance. Most of her work is based on discrimination she has experienced. The students will be doing a typical Panamanian folklore dance in traditional dress influenced by the Spanish. Women are in a polera and the men are in a montuno.
Despacito is a song by Puerto Rican singer Luis Fonsi, featuring Puerto Rican rapper Daddy Yankee. Despacito has been widely credited by music journalists as being instrumental in popularizing Spanish-language pop in the mainstream market again. Commercially, the song topped the charts of 47 countries, and in the United States it became the first song, primarily in Spanish, to top the Billboard Hot 100 since Macarena in 1996. In August 2017, the official music video for Despacito became the most viewed YouTube video of all time, after receiving its 3 billionth view. It became the first video on the site to reach the milestones of 3, 4, and 5 billion views. This arrangement by Paul Murtha features solos by Avery Maples, Harley Hyatt, Rebecca Becca Lambert, Summer Davis, and Walker Wyman.
She sacrifices everything for everyone. She is the backbone of her community, and she would give her life just to see others thrive. And without her, things fall apart. Things become broken and out of place, unless she can hold up everybody's hand. She is depended upon, so she must be held, as the weight of the world takes its toll.
Gargling, gasping, choking for air. It is so sad and obvious that my life isn't fair. I can't understand or fathom why I've been given this cup. I've tasted and drank from it and still can't measure up. So many expectations weighing so heavily on me. Unless you walked a mile in my shoes, you will fail to see. As I float to the bottom of my misery and drown by the immense weight, I wish my life would have mattered more instead of this cruel fate.
To you, it is a drink. For me, it is drowning. One cannot possibly hold this much on their shoulders, all for the pleasure of others. Deeper and deeper as I go, the more I never want to go back to the top. I don't want to see the faces I've let down. I don't want to touch the ones that gave me this life. What I need is freedom. To not have the responsibilities of a princess. To not have everyone looking at me. To be myself. I try to make it happen for my own sake, but as I am told, good things take time. So I will wait, but I can only take it for so long.
They wait. The face of man, the body of an insect, the feet of a horse. They wait. Why do they wait? Could it be for rain? Could it be for a savior? Could it be for death? One may never know. They wait. What could they be? What might they see? For only one knows. They wait.
We sit, we wait, we watch, and we listen for a sign that fate has come to knock on our door. We sit and watch, for we cannot move. We have to go. It must come soon. We wait, we starve, and our brethren die for a sign, the sign that will come from the sky. I cannot bear it. I must look beyond. And still we sit, and we must wait.
I sit and I watch as she drifts down empty aisles, wondering what they once stored. Her life was piled in mounds upon those shelves. The memories slip away one by one as the mind grows tired and old. A full life is packed onto those racks, full of adventure and mystery, containing secrets that were kept under lock and key, and the stories that were shared and treasured by many. One day, I want my shelves to be fully stocked. I want to browse and see my adventures side by side. Then I will know my life is complete, and it's time to go home.
Spain. Some people believe that the yellow represents the sand in the arena of bullfighting, and the red was the blood shed by the bulls while fighting. Others say the yellow represents the sun and the red represents blood shed by the Spaniards. The symbol includes 6 different coats of arms and represents the 6 kingdoms. Barcelona. It is the most famous for its beautiful buildings and its commonly visited destination for many travelers in Spain. Bullfighting. It is a way of life in Spain. Unfortunately, this form of entertainment has been on the decline in the past years. La paella. The main ingredients of paella consist of rice and a variety of seafoods. Paella originally comes from the fields of Barcelona, where country people would mix rice with rabbit, snails, and vegetables and cook it over fries. It has since been involved in Spain's most popular dish. Salvador Dali. He was born in 1904 and he died in 1989. His main style of painting was surrealism, which is the making of art that seems odd and irrational. It's often made little sense to most people, and one of his most recognizable works is Persistency of Memory. Miguel de Cervantes. He was born in 1547. In 1570, he joined the Spanish military and was captured for 5 years by the Ottoman Empire. He was freed and he joined the royal court until he died in 1616.
The piece Images of Spain contains 3 well-known Spanish themes, each in contrasting style and tempo. The first is titled Asturias, which was written by one of Spain's most well-known composers, Isaac Albéniz. The tune was originally written for piano and is today one of the most performed and recognizable pieces for classic guitar. The second, slower tune is titled Andaluza by composer Enrique Granados. And the final tune featured in the piece is titled España Cani by Pascal Naro. That last melody performed is a type of Spanish march that is typically performed at bullfights when the participants enter the ring. Please enjoy Images of Spain, arranged by Michael Story and directed by Miss Kaylee Cuccia.
The current flag of Argentina was adopted in 1860. The blue and white colors of the flag are said to represent the blue sky opening up to show white clouds, which apparently happened at a liberation demonstration in 1810. The flag also has the sun of Mayon, which represents the Incan sun god Inti. Casa Rosada is an emblematic pink government house. It seats the Argentine national government. It also includes the House of the President. The house gives free public tours on Saturday, Sunday, and holidays at 2:30 p.m. The Argentina Pampas, that cover over 287,577 square miles, are home to foxes, skunks, bush dogs, many species of sparrows and hawks, pampas deer, and giant anteaters. The national dish of Argentina are the asados. Asados are when you grill a piece of meat on a slab with the slow-burning coals underneath. The person who grills the meat is known as the asador. Marta Minujia is a performance and conceptual artist who is renowned across Argentina. Her pieces include Verbuquese y Viva and La Menesunda. Jose Luis Borges is a famous writer from Argentina. He has written many famous pieces that focus on magical realism, such as The Garden of Forking Paths.
The tango originated in late 19th century Buenos Aires and has become popular around the world due to its jiving rhythms, distinctive sound, and the passionate dance steps it inspires. Our next piece features Avery Maples on clarinet and Walker Weidman on trumpet. Please enjoy Tango Argentina, composed by Robert Shaw.
Statue of Liberty is a monument that represents freedom around the world. Lady Liberty was a gift from the French to show the alliance between America and France during the American Revolution. The Empire State Building took 1 year and 45 days to build. It has 102 stories and is 1,250 feet tall. The building has its own zip code. The Metropolitan Museum of Art was created for the purpose to bring art and art education to the American people from all around the globe. The museum opened April 13, 1870. William Lawrence was trying to find a different way to make cheesecake. So with a little bit of experimenting, he came up with a way by accident that made the cheesecake more heavy and creamy. Street art became popularized in the 60s and 70s. Street art was used to alternate the power of government and to spread messages to the public. Street art was also used to advertise events and such. Colson Whitehead was born in Manhattan and is the author of 6 novels. He has taught at 7 different colleges. He has also written reviews, essays, and fiction that has been published in the New York Times and many other local publications.
Oyo Como Va is a song written by Latin jazz and mambo musician Tito Puente in 1963. Mexican-American rock group Santana's rendition further popularized the song. The title comes from the first words, which can be translated as, "Hey, how's it going?" The song has had many arrangements and remakes by a number of artists, and NPR included the song in the NPR 100 Most Important American Musical Works of the 20th Century. Thank you for attending our concert tonight, and please enjoy our final piece of the evening, Oyo Como Va, arranged by Michael Brown, that features Zane Green on the drum set.